again, 60 per minute. We need 30 sulfur. Now we can't get sulfur until we do advanced oil processing, because that comes out of a chemical plant and it needs water and petroleum. Red circuits we're already making. We need 18. Now we can either get these off the belt, and I think we will get them off the belt, but it needs 18 assembly machines for red circuits just to feed the chemical science. And then we're going to need 20 machines making engines, so we'll do those on site. So how many machines have we got making advanced circuits? Bearing in mind we're using some advanced circuits in the mall. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. We've got 24 machines making red circuits at the moment. Yeah, well, we'll keep going with that and we'll see if we end up sort of starving ourselves. We probably will need more red circuits in the future. 38, right, yes, we were just short of iron. Right, so let's make 5 chemical plants. While we're waiting for that to happen, let's just lay down a few more paths. So let's make that a little bit wider. And we'll head over here. And if we're on the path, when we lay it down, we can lay it down a bit quicker. So I'm pressing the plus and minus keys on the numeric keypad to change the size of this. And the more you do it, you can go up to, you know, huge amounts. You can just lay down. Yeah, this is also very useful for things like landfill as well. You can just sort of plonk down, as long as you've got enough in your inventory, of course. You can just lay down huge amounts at a time. Right, have we got enough coal coming out of here? One of those lines is looking a little bit sparse, isn't it? Right, we're starting to use up some of this copper now. Some of that's starting to get used up. Let's just sort of wend our way down here. That one's gone. Oh, that's right. Yes, I changed all of those to feed down that way so that the boilers and everything wouldn't run out. So let's put... Yeah, I haven't really sort of laid this out properly, have I? But now it looks like we're getting pretty full belts coming out there. One going up across that way, one coming down there, one going across that way. And everything there is getting mined. So another one of those run out, another one of those run out. Okay, we were going to make some sulfur. Now, to make sulfur we needed water, didn't we? Water and petroleum. So the petroleum can come from back here. So that one says we need the water coming in. water coming in over there, petroleum coming in over there, so we can have the underground pipe there linking to there for the petroleum, and then we need another pipe with water coming in. So where's our nearest water source? We've got water down here, aren't we, for our other steam engines. So it looks like we'll have to run another pump. So let's make another offshore pump, which is that one. Right, I'll have another pump there for the sake of argument. Some more of those. Run a little power pole to there. So that is now full of water, 100 of 100. That needs power. And that is now making sulfur. Oh. Come on. So we'll have, for the sake of argument, we'll have another one of those. They're both outputting onto the same side of the belt. Yeah, that's... Let's do that. There we go, we've got sulfur on the bus now. We don't need an awful lot of sulfur, but when we do need it, it's useful to have it. Right, so let's just tidy that up a little bit. Chemical science needs 24 machines. What if we do this with assembly machine 2, 16? And then with those in assembly machine 2, we need 14 of those. So we might as well use these assembly machine 2s because we are making them and they do work quicker. We'll stick with the assembly machine 1s for now for the red circuits because that's already on its own little factory. If it turns out that we need to make more, then we'll just upgrade the red circuit factory, or we'll build another one, or whatever. So we need 14 machines making engine units and 16 making chemical science. So we'll go and get some assembly machine 2s. So let's leave myself a little bit more of a gap here so we can work. Right. So that is going to make, what was it going to make? It's going to make engine units first, and it needs steel, gears and pipes. So we need one old machine making gears and 2 old machines making pipes. That's not a problem. So we'll have one old machine. By old I mean assembly 1. in a neat line, is it? Better. So that doesn't match up to that. Right. So I'll have those outputting there. That is going to output and then move on to the right, so that is going to output onto there, and then that's going to move onto the near side of the belt. Those are going to output onto the far side of the belt. They're going to read in from cars, and then when we start using things up, we'll start moving everything from the further sides of the belt over onto the near side. So the near side of the belt is always going to have items on it. Because we're always going to draw, because all the factories are going to be on this right hand side of the bus. So if we sort of keep shoveling all the plates and everything onto the right hand lane, they're always going to be there, aren't they? Okay. So we've got this bus going up here. We'll have that just feeding under there. Yeah, that all wasn't enough to cover them both. Right, so that's now got gears on one side, pipes on the other, and then we were going to have gear pipes and steel, and then 14 machines making engines. So assembly 2. Right, that's going to make an engine, one steel, 1 iron gear wheel, 2 pipes. Right, so if I run all that across there and then have another belt coming out here, it's going to have steel on it. Now then, which way round? So what's next? I'm just debating whether to have the output belt for this running that direction or that direction. So what's next? Once we pick up the engines, factory planner, that's what I want. So that's just going to have, so engines and then advanced circuits and sulfur, which we can get off the bus. We just need yeah, so we were going to have assembly machine 2s for that, weren't we? 1 sulfur, 3 advanced, 2 engine units. So we're going to have the sulfur and the engine units on the same belt. Don't think it really matters. We'll have the advanced circuits on its own belt, sulfur and engine units on the same belt. So we'll have the belts coming out this way, and then back over on itself. How many of those machines did we need? We needed 16. So this might need to be a bit longer because we've only got 2. Right, that might need to come further out there. So we'll have 2, 4. Yeah, and then we'll have another belt coming in with the red circuits, and then an output belt for the chemical science, and we're out of belts again. Wow. That's because I filled in this this section of the bus. So we're going to have sulfur coming out. Single line of sulfur on the bottom part of the belt. It'll be something like that. So once that comes in, and here it comes. So now we have our chemical science. Let's just double check that all the machines are working. They've all got yellow. Oh, they're all actually making. Yes, it takes a while to make the chemical science. 24 seconds. But they've got plenty of ingredients, and they are coming out onto the belt. And they will be going down along here and into the labs. And see, these labs have actually now got items. So let's start doing some more research that needs chemical science, like advanced oil processing. Do we need the laser for anything? No, I don't think we do. Braking force is useful because that means that the trains can run faster, and then they can just slow down quicker when they reach the stations. Electric energy distribution, that gives us the substations. Uranium processing, it's very, very handy. Advanced material processing, that gives us electric furnaces. Lab research speed 3, maybe I should have put that at the start of the list, but whatever. And inserter capacity bonus 3, which again lets the inserters pick up more items at a time. So let's just see how long does some of this take. That is 75 units, 100 units, 100, but it's 45 seconds, 200 units, 250 units, 250 units, and 250 units. So the research, not only does it take a little bit longer, but it needs more science packs. So things are just going to chug away at the moment. The military science is not doing anything because we're not using any of that up. So let's just keep an eye on this for a minute and make sure that everything there is actually making stuff. Now, we've researched productivity modules, haven't we, and speed modules. So we can make some of these and put them into the machines. The productivity modules means you get more stuff out for the same stuff, the same amount you put in. So you eventually you get, I wonder if I can show you on the mining drills, because we've done some mining productivity research. So if I hover over a mining drill, so when I click on the mining drill, we've got this extra yellow line underneath here. And when that fills up, you actually get a free item of ore. So this is what the productivity bonus gives you. So when I have a look under here, it says, oh, it says low power. We need more. That could be why the chemical science plants look like they were going quite slowly. I just need to add some more power onto the system. But if you have a look over on the right hand side, Mining speed. Yeah. Mining speed half a second. Mining area 5 by 5. Productivity plus 10%. So that means that for every 10 ores it mines, it gets a free one. And that applies to all of these. And it will apply when you put a productivity module into an assembler. It means that you get basically some free items coming out. So instead of a chemical plant making, instead of an assembler making 2 chemical sciences every 24 seconds, it might make you know, 3 every 45 seconds or something like that, because you'll get an extra one every so often. Now I've wandered down here. Have I actually got... Yes, I have got enough stuff on me to make 2 boilers, 4 steam engines, some more pipes, standing in the way. I'm not going to bother mining that patch of uranium because it's not really big enough. Still not enough. Right. A little bit of leeway, but not a lot. As soon as I build another factory, that's going to start getting used up again. So I will expand the power production off camera. I'll probably fill that out as 40, as many as it'll go, and I'll probably build another line so we've got 80 steam engines going. But this is what it's like when you're using the factory to full capacity. You're manufacturing the science packs, you're doing the research, you're using everything up, you're mining the ores. You know, everything is working at the moment. To some extent. I mean, yeah, some of these are working, some of them are, you know, the lines are all full, but some of them are working. Some of these are working. These at the top here are all full. Did I not have... I might have not been producing as much plastic as I could have done because one of those chemical factories looked like it didn't have a recipe in it. So it now looks like we're not producing enough petroleum. So that's still got enough in... Oh. And again, the oil refinery at the end didn't have a recipe. So that should now be producing a little bit more petroleum, but it still might mean that this machine at the end is still waiting for its share. So we'll bump up the oil. We've still got plenty of oil coming in down the pipe. We'll add a few more oil refineries. I'll do that at the start of the next episode. Let's just double check that chemical science. I think chemical science is still working okay because the research is still happening. Yeah, all these machines are still working. All these machines are working. They're all green now instead of yellow. That's fine. Plenty of engines, plenty of sulfur, plenty of red circuits. Everything there looks really, really good. Okay, so I've done military science and chemical science in this episode, so that's pretty good going. And we'll bump up the oil production, and we'll look at purple science, which is called what, productivity science or production science or something. Production science pack. So we need to do some research into that, and then we can start making those, and then utility as well. See if we can get both of those done in the next episode. And yeah, the factory is growing quite nicely. That's it for now. I'll see you next time.